Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and this is Saturday evening. Please be safe out there. That being said, I want to talk about how to unlock your financial freedom, how to arrive at these numbers, and without wasting much time, let me dive right into this. What concerns most of us, no matter where we are in India, it's about financial freedom, and trust me, this is a universal dream. We all want to retire comfortably and enjoy our life to the fullest, right? Well, those numbers, it's all got to do with it is your bank account. That is where your financial freedom lies, and we do want to see those numbers where we want them to be closer to our goal. You see, building a path to your financial freedom isn't about how old you are, where you studied, or how many years you have worked. It's about how much you've got saved up and how to invest wisely. Two critical things: what you have got saved up and investing them wisely. Now let's talk about the Indian context. In a country where dreams of a secure future run high, and understanding a financial journey is absolutely crucial. Now imagine this: you're 25 years old, staring at your career with a median income of around 5 lakhs per year. You've got your eyes set on retiring at 60. So what's your target? According to the rule of thumb, you should save around 10 times your pre-retirement income at the time you hit 60. That's 50 lakhs. But here's a stark reality. To reach that milestone, you have to invest around 15% of your income every year. And when you retire, you've got to maintain your living standards regardless of inflation. So let's break this down. If you're planning to retire at 60, you should save around 19,135 rupees a month. That's assuming 7% return on that investment. It's a daunting task, no doubt. But if you're looking to retire earlier, say at the age of 50, well, then you need to ramp up your savings to around 41,480 rupees per month. That's about making choices and aligning it with your goals. Now, why do we have these numbers? Why do these numbers matter? They serve us as a foundation for your investments. It's like in weight loss, we have calorie counting. We talk about the number of reps you do if you want to gain muscles. And we talk about measuring your macronutrients, and all that makes sense when we talk about weight reduction and weight gain and muscling up. But same way, in investments, you also need to have a goal. And to have this goal, you need to get actual numbers in place. And you can only get these actual numbers in place once you know how much you're making, how much you want when you retire, how much time you have. These are the variables. And you plug them into the equation and put numbers into it, punch it through, and you come up with this number. And this is your foundation. This is your baseline. You can save more, explore additional income streams, and also benefit from bonuses and salary growth along the way, no doubt. But this gives you the base where you start from. But remember, it's just not about early retirement. You can save for other dreams too, like wanting to buy a house, a car, or a dream vacation, or something simple as wanting to buy the next iPhone 2 years from now. Having a clear financial goal gives your money a purpose, which is the most important. Your money, if it has a purpose, it is easy to work towards it and to achieve that goal. If you don't have a purpose, your money will not grow, and you will be frittering away the opportunities you have and the time you have. Like I've always said, even money can be made, no doubt. Trust me, money can be made. And it can come in the most unknown opportunities can land up, and you can have a windfall. But one thing you cannot make up is time. So please try to keep this in mind. The more time you lose, the harder it gets. This is true for everything in life, every facet of life. If you want to lead a longer and cleaner life, the sooner you start cleaning up your life now, the better it is. The same thing is true with your money. The sooner you find a purpose for what your goal is, where you want to be, easier to know what your money should be doing for you. So what's the bottom line? It is better to have a guidepost than to wander aimlessly with your finances, is all I'm saying. Life is full of surprises, and emergencies can happen anytime. An unexpected hospitalization or an unexpected joyous news like birth of your child can put a lot of pressure on you financially. So having these kind of guideposts in your life and keeping your money working for you all the time can make your stress levels and anxieties far lower, which is all why we watch these kind of videos, and this is why we feel motivated to do them. But having a benchmark to strive keeps you focused on achieving what you truly desire. Now let's talk about your investments. While traditional savings are important, you also want your money to work for you. That's where investment comes in. Because traditional forms of savings may not be able to work against the power of inflation. consider diversifying your investment across various asset classes. When I say this, a lot of you are always wondering, every video Vinod is saying diversify asset classes, diversify asset classes. 2008, they survived by diversifying asset classes. 2025, they will survive by diversifying asset classes. What is this constant asset classes? Well, that's stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and real estate and gold. So these need to be part of your strategy. And speaking of mutual funds, there can be excellent choices for investors seeking to diversify and have their portfolio professionally managed if they don't know what they're doing. If you don't know what stocks are and how to invest in stocks, the mutual fund is your best option. I'm not a preacher of active funds, because active funds in the long term never beat passive funds. But that is my opinion. That doesn't mean it holds true for everybody. So some of you would like to venture into active funds. So I'm going to broadly talk about what are active funds and passive funds with terms too regarding investing. You may have heard of passive funds, which aim to replicate the performance of the index. They are a low-cost, hands-off approach to investing. And that is why it's low-cost, because it's hands-off approach, meaning there is no need for a financial manager or an asset manager, because it is running by itself. It just imitates and copies whatever the index is doing. If the index has 50 shares, it will buy those 50 shares. If a share is removed from the index, that will also be removed from your portfolio, and the next one will be plugged in. That is why it's called a copying, mirroring the index, and a hands-off approach to investing. But if you're looking to potentially outperform the market, like some of you may be considering active funds, do remember this: active funds may offer superior returns in a very short span of time. They're actively managed by a fund manager, and it all depends on the fund manager and the situation the market is in. Whenever you're in the middle of a bull run like we're in, it is very easy to see handsome returns from managers in a very short span of time. If you're looking at a long term, it's been proven over and over again, very few active fund managers even come close to beating the passive fund, which is mirroring the index. Active funds have the potential to adapt to market conditions, true. They have the adaptability to seize opportunities which passive funds may miss. But there is a limitation to how much you can adapt and seize opportunities, because it is all based on human emotions and human hubris. And we have seen what happened with Axis Bank, and how much you can trust these fund managers who themselves are controlling huge vast amounts of money, and you do not know whom is sleeping with whom when it comes to active fund managers. Keeping an eye on the performance of active fund managers in your portfolio is also a skill task. If you're able to track your active fund managers so skillfully and keep an eye on your portfolio, you have more than enough skill, trust me, to invest in these stocks yourself and track these companies yourself. You yourself can become easily an active fund manager for yourself. This is why I keep saying I would give a miss for active fund managing and just stick to passive funds if you don't have the bandwidth. Remember, all investments come with some levels of risk. It's essential that you assess your risk tolerance and your investment horizon when you're building your portfolio. That is what I've always been saying, a length of your runway. In the beginning of the video, I was talking about an example of being 25 years old and retiring at 60 or 50. So you know your length of your runway if that is the case. And if you're 35 and you plan to retire when you're 60, your length of your runway is also very visible to you. Your risk tolerance is like what I've always said, the amount of capacity you have to take a punch to your stomach when the market corrects. So based on that, this is how you should keep your risk tolerance in mind and your horizon, as I said, because it's most critical when you set up your portfolio. It's the same as in anything else. When you're driving a car, you want to be driving at the speed which you're comfortable with and not trying to beat the next guy on the road and getting into a speed race and raising your adrenaline and your anxiety and eventually getting yourself in an accident. Same thing applies in financial investments. Consider seeking advice from a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor, so these are just my opinions and my information which I'm sharing with you from my experience. Consider seeking advice from a financial advisor, because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only here talking about my opinion and what I feel as I've gone through life and what I've learned from my mistakes and my successes. So I do advise you to meet a financial advisor to make an investment plan which is tailor-made for you with your horizons and your goals in mind. And that strategy would be far better than watching some YouTube videos and trying to pick off something and make your own plan. Yes, I'm not saying it won't work, but you're making it work that much harder. This is the same reason why we go to trainers. This is the same reason why you go to a nutritionist and we try not to hack it ourselves by ourselves. Though there are many of us who do preach on YouTube trying to do it all by yourself, I wouldn't consider it a very wise thing to do when you have an option of leaning on someone who has some knowledge. And there you have it, folks. Being in India or in the US or any part of the world, keeping these kind of things in mind can help you arrive to your financial number, your freedom number, and then you'll be well on your journey to becoming free from stress and anxiety and achieving your goal of retiring early or late as you wish. Thanks for watching the video today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend on a Sunday, and I'll see you in the next one tomorrow. Thank you for watching Be Rich.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.